Hello and welcome to this short video on rate of returns on investments. Now, we all invest in one alternative or the other. Some of us invest in bank fixed deposits. Sometimes we buy shares of a company. Sometimes we buy real estate. Sometimes we invest in commodities like gold, etc. But do we know how much do we earn on these investments? So this short video is going to explain to you how do we compute the rate of return on investments. Let us take an example. An investment of rupees 10,000 became rupees 20,000 in 5 years. Can we say that the rate of return is 100%? There is a general feeling among people that when the amount has doubled, the rate of return is 100%. If that is the case, let us take another example. Rupees 10,000 invested became rupees 20,000 in 10 years. Going by the same logic, here again, the rate of return is same as 100%. If that is the case, both these above investments should be the same. But we know that both of them are not same. Therefore, computing the rate of return in this manner is not correct. What is a mistake we are doing? We are ignoring the time factor here. Our first investment was for 5 years and the second one was for 10 years. Consequently, can we say that in the first case, the rate of return is 20% per annum? That is 100% spread over a 5-year period. And the rate of return in the second case is 10%, which is 100% spread over a 10-year period. Not exactly. Even though we have considered the time factor here, while dividing the 100% by number of years, we have ignored the concept of compounding. So, how do we compute the rate of return on investments? For investments which do not have any intermittent cash flows, what I mean by this is an investment where you buy the investment or you buy the asset, hold it for some time and sell it at the end of a particular period. There is no cash flow in between. One example could be you buy gold today, hold it for 3 years and sell at the end of 3 years. During this 3-year period, you are not receiving any income or you are not making any further payments. In such cases where there are no intermittent cash flows, the rate of return per annum is computed with a formula which is nth root of value at the end divided by investment minus 1. Now, using this formula, let us calculate the rate of return in the first case, that is 10,000 becoming 20,000 in 5 years. It works out to be 14.87%. And in the second case, the rate of return works out to 7.18%. What if there were cash flows in between? Let us take an example. You bought shares of a company for rupees 10,000. The company paid dividends of rupees 1,000, 1,500, 1,500, 2,000 and 2,200 during the next 5 years. You sold the shares for rupees 16,000 at the end of 5 years. Here you can see in between you are receiving some income in the form of dividend. So how do we calculate the rate of return in this case? The computation is not as easy and straightforward as the earlier one. The rate of return in this case is defined as the value of R in the following equation. You can see you are equating the investment of 10,000 to the different cash inflows divided by 1 plus R to the power of N, or the number of years in which the cash flows are occurring. And from this formula, it can be seen that the calculation is not very easy and straightforward. Therefore, what is the best option? The best way is to use a function in MS Excel. So let us now go to MS Excel and see how can we use MS Excel for the purpose of calculation of rate of returns. So I have taken here the first case of an investment of rupees 10,000. The date of investment is 1st January 2014. The sale proceeds of investments, that means after 5 years, you sell it for 20,000 and the date of sales is 30th December 2018. The Excel function I'm talking about is called XIRR. The syntax for this function is equal to XIRR, bracket open, values, comma, dates, and a guess number. Now this guess is not compulsory. You can run the function without a guess also. So as you can see, all that you require for calculation of rate of return using this function are two important aspects. One is date of the cash flow and the second is value of the cash flow. So this thing I have rearranged here, date and value, 1st January 2014 minus 10,000. This is something that you have to be very careful. Whenever there is a cash outflow, so on 1st January 2014, you are paying to buy the investment. Whenever there is a cash outflow, it is shown as a negative cash flow. And whenever there is a cash inflow or income is shown as a positive cash flow. This is something you have to be very careful. If you make a mistake here, you will not get the correct number. Therefore, on 1st January 2014, there is minus 10,000. On 30th December 2018, there is plus 20,000. Now, I'm going to show you how to use this XIRR function. Let me put it here again, is equal to XIRR, bracket open. It will ask me for values. So I select the range where the values are given, comma. It will ask me for dates. I select the range with the dates, bracket close, enter. So you can see that it is 0.1488. Converted to percentage, it becomes 14.88%. One good thing about this function is this function can be used for investments having intermittent cash flows also. So let us take the second example, investments with intermittent cash flows. I have given the dates here. On 1st January 2014, an investment of 10,000 was made, so minus 10,000. And then 5 consecutive years, you are getting dividends. I have given the date of dividend also here. And on 30th December 2018, you sold this for 16,000 rupees. In this case, again, I can use the same XIRR function. So let me show you how to do that. Is equal to XIRR, bracket open. It will ask me for the values. I select the cells range with the values, comma. It will ask me for the dates. I select the date range, bracket close, enter, 0.2366, which is 23.66%. So this is a very useful function in Excel called XIRR. So this is how we use our Excel for the purpose of calculation of rate of return. You have to remember that the cash flows while entering, be very careful. The outflow should be shown as a negative number and the inflow should be shown as a positive number. So all that you need is the date and the cash flow. Actual date, today it is very easy for us to find out because most of the investment related cash flows are through the bank. So it is possible for us to know the exact date on which the payment was made or the income was received. I hope you enjoyed this video on explanation of calculation of rate of return on investments. Thank you for watching.